I thank the gentleman, the Congressman, Mr. Jackson from Illinois, and Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick, and for their leadership for co-chairing tonight's Special Order Hour. I rise today with my colleagues of the Congressional Black Caucus in commemoration of Caribbean Heritage Month. As we mark the 17th anniversary of Caribbean Heritage Month, I'd like to pay a special thanks to Congresswoman Barbara Lee, who led the effort in Congress to designate the month of June as Caribbean Heritage Month to make sure that we always honor the rich history and contributions of Caribbean Americans. As a point of personal pride, I am a son and a grandson of Caribbean immigrants. My mother and grandmother came to the United States from Trinidad and Tobago. And for me to now serve in this body, to be able to represent the needs of my constituents and those of Caribbean heritage, it gives me great pride. And it also reminds me of the great contributions, the curry chicken and the hot pepper sauce, the pilau, and so many other wonderful dishes that I have experienced growing up in my own household based on my Caribbean heritage. And the fact that Caribbeans contribute so much and have contributed so much to the foundation of this country and its success. This month, we are proud to recognize the millions of Caribbean Americans around our nation who contribute every day to the fabric of our society in the arts, sciences, in business, in sports, in education, in government, and those who serve in our military. Those who have made our country better with their gifts and their service, like our very own Vice President Kamala Harris. Others, like W.E.B. Du Bois, Secretary of State Colin Powell, Cheryl Lee Ralph, Grace Jones, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, Marcus Garvey, Usain Bolt, Sidney Poitier, and Harry Belafonte, to name just a few. The Congressional Black Caucus, the conscience of the Congress, has been home to many Caribbean American trailblazers since our founding in 1971. Trailblazers like Shirley Chisholm, a Caribbean American and founding member of the Congressional Black Caucus, who became the first black woman to be elected to the U.S. Congress and the first woman and African American to seek the nomination for President of the United States from one of our two major political parties. Many of our members in Congress today are of the Caribbean descent, including Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke, Congresswoman Stacey Plaskett, and our Special Order Hour co-chair, Congresswoman Sheila Sherfilis McCormick. Now, more than 50 years after our founding, our members have continued to shape consequential legislation, from voting rights to civil rights, fair housing, and so much more, carrying in the tradition of Shirley Chisholm, who sought to make America live up to its promise that all are created equal, to challenge the idea of what was possible for Black Americans and ensure a future worthy of our struggle. This month and every month, the Congressional Black Caucus is proud to honor the unique and diverse cultures, languages, religions, art, literature, music, and cuisines from around the Caribbean diaspora, because our nation's diversity is our greatest strength. I'm honored to join with my colleagues tonight. I want to thank our co-chairs and, most importantly, our constituents who work so hard to contribute to this great nation and to make it continue to live up to its promise. And with that, I yield back.